Good afternoon, fellow students, scholars, and Miss Benzi. My name is Andy Sperl, and today I will be sharing with you my slideshow on Module 4 on how to identify quantities that are not good and that are bad candidates to be modeled with linear or quadratic functions. The first slide I'll be starting off with will be a little bit of history on how quadratic and linear functions were made. The creator of quadratic functions was a gentleman by the name of François Vietti in France. And it was at the end of the 16th century that the mathematical notation and symbolism was introduced by amateur mathematician François Vietti in France in 1637. When René Descartes published La Géométrie Moderne Mathematics was born, and a quadratic formula was adopted, the form we know as it is today. Now, who invented linear equations, you might ask? Linear equations were created and invented by a gentleman by the name of Sir William Rowan Hamilton. He was invented by an Irish mathematician whose name was Sir William Rowan Hamilton in 1859, which required finding a route along the edges of a regular dodecahedron that would pass once and only once through every point. And now I'm going to show you some linear functions that are used in everyday life. Linear and quadratic functions are used for traveling as well as profit for everyday, from normal everyday profit increase to losses to even businesses. A lot of businesses use linear and quadratic functions for business profit as well as calculating traveling. Now, the linear function you see in front of you shows a real life profit. It's actually a linear graph, which here shows a profit in dollars. The lines down here show a loss of profit. And then up here shows a rise in profit, an actual gain in profit. Now, as you see here, the graph starts at minus 5,000, which means there were a loss of profits. But right here, where the graph line actually hits 60, they actually break even, and from that point on, they actually start gaining in profits. That's right. Now here is a quadratic and linear function that is also used for profit. And this is a little bit different from the one before. This shows the amount of money. And this shows from week 1 to week 2 to week 4 on up to week 6. And what this does is shows off first the graph starting at a negative 1.5, minus 1.5. And then from there, we start from week 1, where we're barely breaking even. We're probably making about $50. Week 2, we're making a profit of $100. Then we rise up to week 4, where we're actually making a profit of $200, which is actually a lot more better. And then week 6, we're finally making a profit of $300, and it just continuously rises from there, which is a good thing, especially if you're in business. And then for the final graph slideshow I have here, we're showing quadratic and linear equations. And I'm saving you here just a few real brief problems to solve. And here we're going to write an equation in slope-intercept form from a line with slope m equals 2 and y-intercept 10. Now first what you're going to do is going to write your equation. 2, you're going to write an equation for the line containing the points, which is negative 2 and 3. And then 3 and 4. Then you're going to expand x plus 6, expand 2x, negative 3. And then you factor your 2x 2 times plus 8x plus 8. Now, the way you're going to solve this answer, and the way we're going to write it to solve it, is over here on the right-hand side. First, what we're going to do here, we're going to write our equation in the slope-intercept for a line with the slope m equals 2 and y-intercept 10. This shows the following equation here. Y equals 2x plus 10. Then 2, we're going to write an equation for the line containing the points times negative 2 plus 3 and multiply 3 and 4. And we're going to write that formula equation as the following, as shown right here. Y subtract 4 equals 1 over 5. And then we're going to times x subtracted by 3. And then 3, we're going to expand x plus 6, which is x plus 12, x plus 36. And then we're going to expand 2x, subtract 3, which is 4x, subtract 12x plus 9. And then we're going to go down to number 5, which is factor 2x, 2 times, plus 8x plus 8, which is 2 times x plus 2 times. And that right there is the end of my slideshow. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And can't wait to see you guys all on Monday. You have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful holiday. And I'll see you on Monday. Have a great day.